Gigi here from Origami, and since it's the holiday season now, I wanted to show you guys, and that's Addie in the background destroying stuff. I wanted to show you guys how I made these cute little cactus pictures. These guys I made a couple of years ago, and I didn't record the process of making them, but they turned out really cute, and I turned both of these into t-shirts for my kids. So this one said "Bring on the snow," and this one said "'Tis the season," and it was super cute. Now, it wasn't like a super quick process, but it was pretty easy to do it. So I wanted to do another one so that you can see how they are made and make your own t-shirts. So, okay. All right. No scream. So, because it's annoying. So for this one, I'm going to use these Copic markers. On these guys, I had used, I didn't have any Copics at the time, so I used chameleon markers on both of these. And this is actually just some really cheap watercolor paper. So it's kind of thin, but it doesn't matter. Like, it could be nice watercolor paper, it could be cheap watercolor paper. I mean, I always say go with watercolor paper just because of the way that the pigment, like, soaks in. Sorry, it's so loud. Okay, here, let's fix that. I'm sorry, I can't make a video without him here, so all my videos are going to be with lots of destruction noises going on in the background, like we're in a construction zone. And that's just the way it's going to be. Either that or make no videos. So, I wanted to show, I made a color chart. Sorry, he's very distracting. I made a color chart of the colors that I thought I wanted to use. So this cactus is actually, I believe it's called a Pilosaurus pachyclaudus. I have a couple of them on my back porch, and maybe I'll take a picture and show them. And they have these like really cool blue-greens, kind of like almost like a chevron going not all the way down, but just a little bit of the, like on parts of it. Just naturally they do that. So I wanted to show that, and I wanted to, this is a blanket and a little hat. And so these are the colors that I'm going to use for it. I decided, this is all the Copic cactus. I decided I'm going to go with this lighter color and then these two colors for the stripes. I tried the chameleons, and really those two colors are the same, but I didn't, they were a little too dark for what I was after. And there was one chameleon that I really wanted to use, but unfortunately, even though I've never used it, it was like all dried up and no good. So, we'll just have to make do with what we've got. And then this is the color I was going to use for the blanket and the pot, these colors. So maybe this one, either one of these two. I guess I'll decide when I get there. So if you have Copics, or if you want to, like, do something similar with these colors, these are the ones that I used, or will probably use. So, let's do it. It's really nerve-wracking coloring on camera. I think I'm gonna go with this light purple one first, and then I'm going to add some dark purple over it. So I'm using C2, and I'm just going to quickly go over these guys. The reason I like to use watercolor paper for markers, I know it like soaks up a lot more ink, and in a way it's kind of wasteful, but like I really like the way that it soaks in. And you can use the colorless blender, the background noise, you can use the colorless blender in it to kind of make some cool effects, sometimes depending on the kind of watercolor paper you use. But I really like, I like that it soaks in. It just seems, I don't know, something, it seems something. It seems something, right, Addie?
It's like trouble. It seems like there's trouble.
It seems like there's trouble?
Yeah.
Oh no, I hope there's no trouble.
You're a tickle. You're a tickle.
how do I want to do the pot? I kind of want to use this tan color, even though it's like, yeah, I do. I want to use this tan color, and then I kind of want to go over it with the gray. The cool thing about the chameleon versus these is you could do that color blending. You know, they have that, it's that super long marker. Here, I don't have them all away to hide them from Addie. It's a super long marker, but you can, you know, you can blend the two colors. So when I was doing this, I just blended out all the colors. So as it, like, as the color just, you know, sank back down and returned, it got darker and darker. And on this one, I blended two different colors together. And then also right here, although this part where it gets a little bit more olivey, I just put over the first color. So you could do that with Copics. Now I'm gonna use the Colorless blender, and I'm gonna see if I can kind of blend these two colors a little bit better. I don't remember exactly what this, how this cheap watercolor paper reacted. I don't even know if this was the same kind I used. It's been a long time. It's working. It does blend. I mean, like, it's a different kind of thing. It actually kind of just removes the pigment, but it makes it look, I like the look, personally.
What kind of powerful?
It looks kind of powerful?
Yeah.
Cool. You think it looks kind of powerful?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna do the cactus too.
Don't make it powerful!
Don't make the cactus powerful. You're shaking the table, baby. Okay, so if you mess up something, sometimes you can take the colorless blender and remove. It doesn't always work. It doesn't work perfectly, but you can remove some of the pigment.
Hey, I will stab you with the stab.
Don't you stab me. Hey, no stabbing me. I shouldn't have to have that in my daily vocabulary. All right, now.
You have to get a shot.
Oh, you gave me a shot. What did you stab me with? Oh, don't break my paintbrush. Be gentle, okay? Be gentle. So I'm gonna color in. I mean, this is supposed to be like knitting, but it kind of looks more like hearts, but I decided I like that and just went with it. I'm not sure if that really looks that knitted, but anymore. Maybe do that. We'll see how that dries. Alright, so I've done that. Let me zoom in a little bit so you can see. I'm gonna fix a few little minor details. I'm gonna fix a few minor details. Like, I'm not gonna go crazy with it because it doesn't really matter. There's a few places that I like really messed up, so I'm just gonna try and remove that. And there's a spot out here that I wanted to get rid of. Sometimes you can get rid of it completely. Other times it leaves a shadow, but. Okay, so now it's time to not mess up the cactus. All right, so now I'm gonna not stick with the original colors and I'm gonna use BG53. And I'm just gonna, one more time, go over these rib lines as lightly as I possibly can. Right, I don't hate that. That's maybe these colors kind of conflict with these colors, but it's all right. All right, I'm just dotting some of the colorless blender back into this area. I'm avoiding the spine lines. Say that really fast. And I'm just gonna say that that is what it is. Yep, that is what it is. Now I have to figure out how exactly to outline this with lighter spines. That is gonna be tricky because they're like creamy white color. Okay, so these are the colors up here, which I lined them up and then moved it on my camera. These are the colors that I could use for the spines. They're all, I mean, in every picture, like if you pull up pictures of the Pachyquatis, you can find spines that look pretty much like all of this, except for maybe this one. They have kind of this yellow, orangey, creamy tint to them. And then, you know, sometimes they're a little bit darker brown in spots, and then they're a little oranger in some spots, and a little more yellow in some spots. Really, could get away with any of these colors if I was going for realism, but let's be honest, I'm not. So now I just need to find the color that I think will, you know, contrast with this the best. I kind of think that maybe this one, which I might have to go over in white first, which is fine. It's either gonna be that one or this one, I think. This one starts out a lot more orange, but then it calms down when it dries. It's one of those souffle markers that are like chalky. Then I could also put a little brown dot or two on there to just give it a little bit darker. But I think that if I do that, do the brown dots, I'm gonna be getting away from this less realistic look that I'm going for. That's more just cartoony. Decisions. I think I want to go with this guy because I think that he will look the best. However, I'm gonna have to go with white then. And I'm gonna have to, which is, this one's a lot bigger. I may need to get a smaller one. Let me see how small I can get this one. So yeah, but I mean, this one will dry pretty white. It should be enough to get the creamy color on top of it. Yeah. Maybe? I don't know. I don't know. I could also do a good old Posca marker. I'll make it super duper white. Break out some gouache. I don't even know. I think I'm gonna go with this one for right now. And we're gonna start at the bottom and we're gonna pray. I'm just gonna do the dots, I think. So I think I finished it. It got a little weird, but I actually like it. It's definitely not what I was going for, but I used this Sakura, or this is the Sakura Soufflé, which is like a chalky marker once it dries, and then I used this marker on the dots in the center, and then it just looked kind of odd, so I just outlined everything, and it kind of looks more like flowers than it does spines, but whatever. And also, like, one of the things about this particular cactus is it grows hair. As it gets older, it gets hairier, so we'll just pretend that some of that is hair, and it kind of looks like little flowers, and I think it's cute. I hid the chevron thing pretty well with all that noise going on in the middle. So, oh, and also, like, accidentally did an extra row, like, on either side of that line. There was 2 lines here, and that was supposed to be the rib that was sticking out, and I accidentally did an extra row, but, you know, I mean, too late now. But I think I'm done. And you should definitely, you know, if you have the time, or if you're so inclined, you should definitely, you know, try to make something like this. It really is, like, fun. And I'm gonna make another video of how I clean it up, you know, digitally, and then how you can turn this into a t-shirt. Maybe I'll make myself a t-shirt. Let me see if I can zoom in. Maybe I'll make myself a t-shirt, since I've already got the boys' t-shirts. There we go. Let's pan down a little bit. I really, my favorite thing about these Copic markers, my fingernails are clean. I don't know why they look dirty, gross, especially not magnified. Let's use a pen. My favorite thing about the Copic markers is the way that they blend. If you want to make something look blended and old, do Copic on watercolor paper. It's just fun. And then we have the little hat. This cactus is very warm with his blanket and his little hat. And we are done. We'll talk about it in a minute. Want to say goodbye to everyone? Say goodbye.
Say goodbye. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, everyone. Do you like my cactus? Do you think it's pretty? Is it pretty?
I'm thinking about it.
Oh, you're thinking about it? You're not sure if you like it or not? Which one do you like the best? Do you like this one? Or this one? Or this one? Which one do you like the best?
Wet.
That one's wet, but these guys aren't wet. Do you like this one best? Or this one best? Or this one best?
This one's not wet.
Yes, that's wet. Don't touch that. Which one do you like? Now, remember, I made you a t-shirt out of this one. Do you remember? Probably not. You were little, but...
Don't think I'm wet.
No, it's not wet, but don't scratch it. Do you like it?
That one?
That one's wet, yeah. Which one do you like?
This one's not wet?
That one's not wet. Which one do you like? Do you like any of them?
No. I like this one.
Oh, you do, huh?
One.
Okay.